going to talk about Dawn of Majesty here. I'm going to talk a little bit about, my impressions and all that stuff. Starting out with, to tell you the truth, originally I thought this set I was gonna just skip it, right? I was gonna buy a couple boxes, unbox them for the channel, and then just buy the singles. But I don't know, there might be some more hype, some more than anticipated hype for this set. So anyway, so starting out here, the rarities, right? We have a Starlight rare that was unveiled, which surprised no one. Of course, Stardust Dragon was going to be a Starlight rare in this set because it's a Stardust Dragon set. We had the same thing with Black Rose Dragon in the last set. Of course, Stardust Dragon was going to be in here. Whoever didn't see that coming, what? Is an idiot. No offense, it's just a really, you've got to be really stupid if you didn't see this coming. And anyways, I'm part idiot on my dad's side, so, I can relate. Moving on here, actually, this is pretty interesting. It just caught my eyes. I have no idea what's going on with Black Widow, but, yeah, cool. So we got more rarity information here. Some of the Despia archetypes are going to be high rarity, as you can see with these three up here, actually, forming the L here. The first one is 𝗦𝗨𝗣𝗣𝗢𝗥𝗧, the Jester of Despia. I think that's how you pronounce it, because that's 𝗦𝗨𝗣𝗣𝗢𝗥𝗧, the Jester of Despia. I think that's how you pronounce it. And then 𝗦𝗨𝗣𝗪𝗔𝗟 of Despia. And, they look pretty cool, and they are a fusion, like a fusion archetype. They support fusion plays and stuff like that. I did not remember this card being this high attack, and I think you can special summon him. Yeah, you can special summon this guy when it's used as a fusion material. So that is actually pretty fucking dope. The only bad thing about it is it's a fairy, so if you're trying to play this in Heroes, it doesn't really sync well, other than fusions and the dark attributes. Heroes in general do really well with dark archetypes, because the evil hero, not evil heroes, but the Destiny heroes. The Destiny heroes are all dark, and then there are a good amount of E-heroes that are dark, and then Vision heroes are all dark as well. So dark in general will be pretty well suited for hero archetypes. It sucks that they're fairies. But, two higher level cards here. Moving on, we have like either supers or maybe commons, and they're both level 1. I always bring this up, but level 1 for 1, man, that is gonna be spicy. Hopefully. I don't really know their effects. I'm just kind of going through the rarities here, because that's really what I'm more interested in, since I collect stuff and sell stuff now. So that's really what I'm kind of focusing on. But Despian 𝗦𝗦𝗧𝗦𝗧𝗧 is pretty cool too. So it seems like the fusions. So that's pretty cool. The fairies are dark, and the effects, and then the fiends are light and fusions. So that's pretty cool. This guy looks pretty demonic, actually, and it looks like he's going to be either a common again or a super. So that's also interesting. And then this guy is going to be, it's a generic fusion, so it's going to be one light or dark monster and then a Despia monster. And it seems like this one you need both light and dark, so that's interesting. But it's a fiend too, so my hero players with dark fusion, not a bad thing. But so it seems like Despia in itself is going to be a pretty cheap archetype, and maybe the higher rarity cards are going to be worth a lot of money, but I kind of doubt it, especially like 2 weeks into the set. It kind of seems like that's when the set is at its lowest, 2 to 3, 4 weeks, and then it kind of progresses there onward. But so far the rarities are good. We got a Starlight, Stardust, and then the Despia stuff, and then what is this? Protector Spirit 𝗦𝗨𝗣𝗪𝗧𝗧, and another fairy, but this time light. So that's cool, I guess. It's probably going to be one of those ultras that I'm going to pull and be like, yeah, this is like a wasted slot. So right now we have like one wasted slot and a higher rarity, in my opinion. Let's move on here. This is pretty cool. What is this? I don't know what that card is, but that looks pretty dope. Let's see. All right, so Gizmek, here's where we get a little, iffy. These should not be ultras, in my opinion, because how many yeah, see, this whole archetype. Right now we have 5 cards for 𝗦𝗡𝗏 in this set, and 3 of them are really high rarity cards, and then the other ones are, I'm guessing, are supers, or what is this? Probably a common, honestly. Why won't it load? There we go. Okay, so you know, here we're getting to some bad territory. So after this video, I am gonna kind of go over some comments that people are leaving, you know, because we like to use people's comments as free content here, because the Yu-Gi-Oh community is pretty cringe, and it's pretty funny to make fun of people. Yeah, I'm also part bully on my mom's side, actually. So, you know, whatever, it is what it is. The community has been complaining a lot about, well, I guess in general they complain a lot about the rarities, and it seems like they were getting mad about the rarities for these cards in particular. So, all right, so let's just jump in here. We have anti-human intelligence, 𝗦𝗨𝗣𝗐𝗧, like a messiah. That's pretty cool. The name of this card is actually pretty cool. The artwork is actually pretty cool too, but it's a pendulum, so I was like, whatever. People were complaining about this card, I think, being a secret, which is just a generic card. That's actually a really good card. All of you guys pause and read the effect there. It's a really good card. I think it's part of an archetype coming in there's a new archetype coming out in the next set that this card will be part of. And then Ready Fusion and Synchro Overtake are also secrets, and this is where people were really complaining about. And with, actually, he's not in here. I'll try to find a photo of the Stardust Synchron, I think is his name. That's really where people just lost it. But Ready Fusion and Synchro Overtake really do make sense. These cards are going to be probably the best cards in the set, including, I guess, so the 4 cards that I see being probably the better, or the chase cards in the set, are going to be Iris, these 2 spells, and this Synchro guy. Because first of all, they're the generic ones, right? But also their effects are actually pretty cool. And we're going to start with Ready Fusion here, because so basically it's like instant fusion, where I just got that. So ready, it's like ready, and then instant, it's like, okay, I'm stupid. So yeah, it's like instant fusion. You pay life points, same amount, and then you special summon 1 level 6 or lower fusion monster that doesn't have an effect. And the reason this card is good, it doesn't really look good like on paper, or like you read the effect and you're like, what? You get to summon a card for free, but it can't be an effect. That's trash. It also restricts you by level, right? So it's kind of, you can't summon your Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, for example. But anything that's free, right? Anything that extends is automatically a good card. That's why drawing power is so good, because it allows you to extend, right? You get more resources, you get to do more actions. And with Ready Fusion, that's another, you know, another toolbox that people can use to go ahead and, I read overtake over here, and extend their plays, right? So I do see this card going up in value. I think it's going to be like a $20 card in the end. And then around the 10 reprints, it's going to be going up a little bit more. But I think people were complaining about this because especially Synchro Overtake, but people want the cards that you can splash in any deck, essentially what Konami calls free agents, to be lower rarities. But, you know, I take it the other way around, right? So I'm opening packs. And make sure you subscribe too, so you can watch me open some packs, because that's pretty much the whole shtick of this channel. But you open up packs, right, and you're like, oh man, there's only 2 secret rares in a box, and let's say they went with these 𝗦𝗡𝗏𝗧 as secret rares, right? You're gonna be disappointed, because these 𝗦𝗡𝗏𝗧s are not that good. I mean, maybe they're good in their own archetype, but they're not, as Konami calls them, free agents, right? You cannot use them in a lot of decks and a lot of situations. But these cards you can, and that's why they should be secret rares, because they are good cards. And when you pull them, you're going to be happy, versus when you pull a 𝗦𝗡𝗏𝗧 secret rare, you're going to be disappointed. And we're going to go back to the 𝗦𝗡𝗏𝗧s here, because I am disappointed that this field spell is a secret rare. They should have not done that. At best, it should have been an ultra, and I would argue that all these Gizmecs should have all been probably supers, but at the same time, I'm not exactly sure the whole set, what's in this set, right? So maybe they were just kind of stretching, or, you know, they needed cards to be ultras and to fill the slots. So I'm not too sure. Maybe that's why, but people complaining about these being secret rares are, it's, you know, you can't have it both ways, right? Because if I'm pretty sure if they made Gizmecs secrets and then these ultras, people would complain like, hey, you know, the high rarity cards suck, right? So you can't please people. I think Konami did the correct thing with this set, though. Moving on here, we have two ultras actually, which this guy should have probably been the secret rare in place of the Gizmek field spell, but that's just my opinion. Also, that artwork, oh my god, that looks so fucking cool. Part of me is kind of glad that it is just an ultra, because I kind of want to buy some copies and just kind of collect them, because that artwork, dude, it's so fucking cool. It's also pretty, like, again, it's another free agent, pretty generic. If you play synchros, I would probably splash this in. It's also a wind. If you're trying to make a Speedroid deck, then this card, it can also help you out, because it's a wind, doesn't lock you out. Speedroids do lock you out to wind, but this guy's a wind, so it's, you know, it works. The other card here is 𝗦𝗨𝗣𝗣𝗥𝗧, which I'm pretty happy with it being ultra. It's a good card, but it's not too good, right? And it's a rank 5, so Cyber Dragons. It's also a machine, so Cyber Dragons, and it's also a light, so Cyber Dragons. The effect is also pretty good. You can detach 2 materials and negate anything. I think is it a monster activism? Yeah. All right. So it only negates monster effects, but it's still pretty good. And you can also kind of recycle, not materials, but is it materials? Wait, ranks use materials? All right. So you can keep recycling materials from your monsters from your graveyard and attach them as materials. Your opponent does gain a little bit. Their monster gains attack, but it's not permanent. So, you know, pretty cool. All in all, I guess I'm pretty happy with these two. The dog or beast or whatever, wolf, should have probably been a secret rare. But all in all, it's looking pretty good for this set, and we'll see how it goes. So let's read a little complaining. So let's see what these guys are talking. Oh, and here's the other some other ultras and some other can I really not zoom in more than that? There we go. I mean, that's horrible, but so we got 2 more secret rares here. One is Shooting Majestic Star Dragon, which, again, you've got to be really stupid if you didn't see that coming. I'm sorry. Again, I'm part stupid on my dad's side. I relate, but it's the cover card, of course. It's like almost guaranteed that it's going to be a secret rare. The only exception was actually the Gaia set, Rise of Destiny, or Rise of the Duelist. And that was pretty weird, actually. But people were losing their shit about Stardust Synchron being a secret rare, which, you know, again, it's like, why though? Because it's a good card. It's a good card for the archetype. It's a cool looking card, and it's a sought after card. Again, you're opening packs, right? And you only get two secrets in a box. Why would you want a random useless card to be one of your 2, you know, super high rarity cards? You know, why would you want like a Gizmek? Also, that's another Gizmek. I really hope. Are all the ultras just Gizmeks? What the fuck? Oh no. Okay. That's weird. So, see, you have 2 options, right? You either take these secret rares, or you tell Konami that you'd rather want all your secret rares to be Gizmeks. You know, I'm in the camp that likes cool secrets, but that's just me. And it's not even like ultras don't even go up in value. You know, like we had Ice Dragon's Prison, for example, that was like $60, I think, at a point or something like that, from Rise of the Duelist. So I mean, just stop bitching about this, man. But let's see some people bitching about this. All right, so everyone's talking about the rarity hikes. I'm just here. All right, so this guy's kind of meta. Start a Synchron Secret Classic TCG Konami. Yes, Start a Synchron is a secret rare. It looks like like very cool Konami. Thank you. That's like a run-on sentence, my bro. Let's see what else. What else? Suship hype. That's, you know, I like complaining more about the archetypes and the choices Konami makes about that, because it's like, dude, not everyone's a furry, not everyone's into 15-year-old girls, and not everyone's into sushi. Like, you know, Rarities is kind of weird, but it's just me. Also, please do not buy a case or a box if you really just want a couple cards, you know. Just go on TCG Player or whatever, buy the singles, and you won't even complain about this. Wait like 2 or 3 weeks after the release, buy the singles, and stop complaining. You guys have really got to relax. These Secret Stardust cards aren't going to be. Yeah, that's another thing too. Like I said, there are ultras that are really expensive from main sets, and then there are secret rares that are worthless. For example, and this is why I am talking about this. When I opened up Rise of the Duelist, I think it was it was one of the sets with Warrock, and I got Warrock Mountain, and I'm like, man, okay, I got Warrock Mountain. I got like 3 or 4 in a case, and I'm like, all right, so I got it's 4 worthless secret rares. Thanks, Konami. And at the time, they were like $1. And even from Rise of the Duelist, I think there was like an Emancipator secret rare in there that's worthless. So why do you want that? Why do you want something that's hard to get to be really cheap, right? You would rather want the ones that are hard to get to be at least good. I mean, and again, like this guy's saying, I mean, some secret rares are just going to be worthless anyways. Everyone's acting like these are going to be $50 secret rares. This deck isn't good, and bad secrets rarely approach even $10. That's what I'm saying. Even from the last set, I think Ruddy Rose Dragon is around, I think it's less than 10 now, right? But, yes, bumping Crucial Card Rarities, classic shit by 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗜𝗔𝗟. Sure. People are cringe, dude. And I hate saying cringe, but it's like, how else do you describe these people, you know? Get ready for the secret 𝗦𝗨𝗣𝗣𝗡. Sure. I don't care about rarity because I am DB player. I guess Ready Fusion is going to be like $30 to $4, huh? Probably eventually, in all honesty, but I think that's good. And see, people dislike in general the videos that I do criticizing the community, because I don't know, people just don't like taking criticism, I guess, whatever. But a hobby doesn't have to be cheap, right? And usually that's a good thing. So in this case, right, if everyone can build a deck and it's cheap, then everyone can just run that deck. It doesn't force people to think of new ways. They'll just run the same deck because it's just the easiest way. They won't be creative and think of ways through it. You know, innovation comes through adversity, and these higher price points, these higher entries, do force people to think outside the box. That's why there's like cheap alternatives to decks, or, you know, deck profiles that feature budgets and stuff like that, and they're actually pretty good. They're not the best, but if you get lucky, they're decent, you know. But moving on here, Stardust Synchron is secret rare. Kumani strikes Komani. I don't know how you pronounce that. Can one of you nerds like tell me that in the chat or in the description of YouTube or whatever? Time to buy a case of 𝗦𝗨𝗣𝗣𝗢𝗥 just to make a functional Stardust deck. You don't have to make the deck, my guy. Like, see, that's the thing. I got into an argument with a dude on Reddit because he was saying that I mean, he was basically entitled, right? He was saying that he wants to build a deck and it should be cheap, and I'm like, dude, you can. I want to go to the moon, and that ain't cheap. You know, like we all want things, but you don't just dictate what things should be worth. The market does, but you are not the market. You know, the market is a broad thing that includes many people, many interconnected things. You are not the market. So whatever. Seeing that Stardust Synchron and Shooting Majestic Star Dragon are secrets. Yeah, of course. Of course the cover card is going to be a secret. I regret investing into Synchrons. Of course, Konami wants to fuck the Synchron players over. I guess, man, but again, wait 2, 3, 4 weeks, and they're probably going to be like $10 each, especially, I think Shooting Majestic Star Dragon is going to be like the Ruddy Rose, where it's probably going to go down. I don't think the effect was that groundbreaking. Let's see. And I can't read that because that's like tiny as fuck. So, you know, it is what it is. Stardust Synchron again. See, like I said, people were salt about Stardust Synchron. I just hope Chronomaly support comes cheap. Was there more cards than just the ultra rare card? Cool to see 𝗦𝗦𝗣𝗣𝗡 is a low rarity. Feel bad for Synchron guys though. Synchron, and they're gonna be cheap, dude. Just wait a bit. Maybe not. Why do I keep clicking that tab? Maybe not the tuner. I think that was a generic card, and I'm gonna probably use this in a Speedroid deck actually, because it's a machine. It's a light, so it kind of, you know, you get locked out because it's not a win, but you know what, it is what it is. It might work there. Can anyone clearly read the cards on the bottom? I want to see if they changed the name of Sioux ships. I don't think they did though. No, they didn't. These are some 5Ds looking designs there, except that 𝗦𝗍𝗍 on the right. 𝗦𝗍𝗍 on the right. Oh yeah, the Sioux ship. Okay, cool. But I mean, I think that's where I'm gonna leave the video. I will say one thing. So sorry I haven't been uploading. Actually, it's been the perfect storm the last week and a half or so. Busy with work, busy with personal stuff, girlfriend's birthday, parties, and stuff like that. And then busy with personal projects. It's just been like the perfect storm. And yeah, I'll try to upload some stuff. Also, I've been buying like singles because I practice what I preach here, and I'd rather buy singles if I'm investing in stuff, right? And buy the singles rather than gamble. So I've been buying some singles, and I kind of want to do some like mail openings or mail Monday, because it like rolls off the tongue, and I think it's a thing. So I think I'm gonna start doing that with my orders if I don't forget, because I'm usually really excited to see what I get. And well, yeah, so we'll see how that goes. Make sure you guys leave a like, comment, and subscribe. This is going on for like a really long time, so catch you guys in the next one.